So I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Every time I log into the game, the gamma seems to be different. It is really dark in the middle of the day here, and I find that very strange. I don't know whether there was a hot fix or what. But even this still feels dark. Yeah, this feels like it's gone back to like the older Update 5 graphics. Anybody else feel that? Like, I mean, this is like really hard to see. Yeah, I mean, I felt like Update 6 was washed out, but this is very bizarre. Like, nothing's changed as far as I know, unless I didn't check the Satisfactory. No, there's no patches on the Discord that they've announced that came out. Between daylight and indoor lighting, no. The last couple days we've had it. Like when I logged out, because I was playing last night, and I was definitely getting better light. I mean, it's fine. I mean, we can, I guess we'll adjust. We have control over the gamma, but like, light quality is high. Gamma's at 2. We'll try maybe 2.2. I thought 2.2 was like a common gamma type, but like it's not really helping that much. Anyway, one of the things that I wanted to address was after we fixed that that belt problem that we had, we're now running at nearly 100% efficiency for the 4 floors that are running. So we've got almost 1,500. We're still having some fluctuations. So I don't know, but I want to go up and check. We raised the pipe in one of the floors, and I'm curious to see if that's going to be something we need to do more often. I just feel silly walking around with the headlamp on all the time. I feel like that's unnecessary, you know? Was it this one that we did? Yeah, so this one we were raising it, and it doesn't look like it's made a difference. We've still got one of these guys up here that's sputtering. Right, so 45, 21, 24. Right, so it takes the 45, or 52, and roughly cuts it in half. 26 becomes 12 and 12, but then 12 becomes 6, which is too little, or 10, and then this is 9, and then like all of this is just, why is that 21? So it says that it's 100% efficient, but some of them are going down. The good news is we've got lots of spare power. Yeah, but like, look how dark this is, I guess, with the stuff above it. See, now this one is working fine now too. So the problem could have been the refineries below. We'll check those up there and see how they're doing. We're gonna have to put lights on the bottom of these, I guess. There was some rain during the starting soon screen, so you missed it, unfortunately. Oh, all those are on. All those are on. That's a good sign. I'm not going to complain. Thought I saw a yellow light there for a second. I don't know if I've hooked this up. SweetSandi, you're saying that the pipes take a long time to level out and fix themselves? Yeah. I thought I saw 15,000 megawatts last night when I was playing, though. Well, this one seems to be at 100%. But we're only at... Oh, nope. See? Shut off. Right? Idle. So that's why we're getting those little flutters in the power network. So I was watching a video and it was about early coal generators. And one of the things we can try, which we'll try on a different floor, is instead of doing a two-way split, we can do a three-way split. So let's grab the lower of the other test floors. So we had floor 1 and floor 2. This is the lower of the other floors. Does this guy have any red? So one thing we can try is this. Those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is really straightforward. And so, are these the ones that are getting low? Yes, so we're getting 14, 31, 35. So, we could go the other way. Could try going all the way to the end. Probably the easiest way to actually combine stuff. So then here, we'll put a splitter on the ground here. Oh, I don't have enough cop. That sucks. Crap. Okay, well, hold on. Where's my... Oh, it's way down there. I like that these are close enough that I can jump to them. See, that one's stuttering too, and he's in the middle. It's weird. Don't do it. Too late, Cosmic. Too late. Oh, you did it. Isn't that a meme? That's like a... I've seen that on TikTok. Don't do it. I did it. That is a aggressive looking fire donkey. All right, back up the tubes we go. I'm wondering if it's because we've built it over the water and maybe we're getting a bit of like atmospheric fog or something. I'm excited to sort out where the permanent hypertubes are going to go too. Could be fun to light up a hypertube elevator shaft or something. An ice skating fire donkey? Well, yeah. That happens too. Where is this one? Up there. So if you're picking up what I'm throwing down here, what we're going to do is we're going to split this 3 ways and come at it from both ends. because I saw that as someone's solution to hooking up coal power. You put water into the system from both ends, and because of the way that the water fluid mechanics work in the game, it just kind of balances itself out. Because pipes don't necessarily flow in the direction you put them. Pipes flow in the direction of pressure. So pipe with less liquid gets the flow direction versus pipe with more liquid. So this might be a problem, depending on which way this starts to flow. Because these are both splitters and mergers, these intersections. Doesn't look like it's helping right way. So I guess we'll leave this and see if it starts to balance itself out. The only thing I can think of is maybe adding a valve so that these things don't go back the other way. I don't find you get a readout here as to how efficient these are being, which I find frustrating. They either turn on or off, but it always says 0% or 100%. Like, there's never a 100 or 55 or something to indicate that it's only on part of the time. And something else that we can do to test the efficiency is add in a small breaker. So we can add something in right here. Right in the middle of the autosave. To be on this side, actually. And I'll just call this is it just megawatts? No, sorry, this is 3750. 3750. So power grid 3750. I don't know if it's going to give us a read on one versus the other. Once it surpasses the timeline, it's going to be hard to tell. Looks like it's maxed out right now, though. That didn't remember my change. Okay, so we'll leave that for a bit and see if that evens out. As Sandy said, sometimes it takes pipes a long time to balance out. Sort of like a manifold. But like you can't even see all the detail there in the broad daylight. Like there's definitely something screwy going on with the gamma, and I don't know why it changes load to load, because it's the same save file. But when we had the gamma up bright before, like it was just crazy bright. Like that's full gamma. I know it's bright, but like at least I can see the shadowy side of stuff. Like this feels a little bit more natural, right? Maybe a little on the washed out side, but I'd rather be able to see what I'm doing. And I know things are darker on Twitch in general. So, for folks that are new to the channel, if you haven't figured it out, my name is Joel Duggan, and we play Minecraft Satisfactory, and we build Lego. We did a Lego stream just a little while ago, and we switched over to Satisfactory. And last night, when I lost, I had a stream interruption, and I actually came back on and played a little bit more. And what I did was I tidied up the pipes underneath here. Yeah, this is... I've gone too far the other way. Too far the other way. Let's go to 2.5 maybe. So down here, we've got 8 600 Mark II pipes coming in from the water extractors. We've only got 2 pipes hooked up right now, but I've got everything sort of planned to come in here and get out of the way of the trains, and potentially, if we needed to or wanted to, have some sort of lighting or something. These 2 low spots are the train tracks. So if we go up here, you'll see the train tracks here. So it's all nice and tidy, which is good. It's like there's more shadows and dark spaces. Yeah, no, it's weird. So, that's all hooked up. We now have to hook up the rest of this stuff, because everything here is now running off of the 15,000 megawatts we were generating upstairs. We no longer are using the backup power. So there's, you know, our 15. See, there are some little fluctuations, but it's not much. So that might be helping. We'll have to see. We'll have to do the scientific method. We'll have to have a one floor left the way that we first designed it, and then change other floors to see which one is the most efficient. I like how you're playing the train tracks lowered like that. It's really interesting. Thanks. Yeah, I think it's cool. I don't know where the train station is going to be. I think we're probably going to be able to put it maybe behind the water. I'm not really sure. We've got room for it here too. Just not sure. The other thing that I was messing around with, which I have not decided on how to proceed with, is we do need to build out all of these water extractors. But before I went and placed all of them, because they're a pain, I was trying to figure out a good way to design a way to house them. And I think this is the one I like the most. I just want to lower these or raise these the walkway up. So like I think I'd rather be higher, you know? So like if this is the walkway in between, I'd rather be up here looking down at that. I think that could be kind of fun. And maybe not even that high. I think that's a neat look. So you can see things are moving. You'd see the connection. We would try to adjust these a little bit so that they're centered. And then I'd have to figure out how to do the power in a tidy way. And then this stuff, I don't know what we could do with that. I feel like I'd want to experiment with maybe some different materials. We could try dark. We could try the shiny stuff. That looks pretty good. But like I said, I'm not entirely sure how I want to go about that. So we'll try, when we hook more up, we'll have to try that. Yeah, the curve up looks kind of cool. I don't know what that means for the ceiling over here. The ceiling over here could be very low. I'm not sure how I'm going to hook that into the ceiling. Like maybe it's just something that goes horizontally across everything. We could also have more stuff coming in behind it. So like I could go with something like this. And then like a smaller thing there. Like maybe there's just a straight up ledge. I don't know. I'm not sure what that looks like. Are they pillars? Are they solid wall? I like the idea of having pillars and then having bits here in between so that there'd be a way to get across here if we needed to. But I don't yet know what this looks like. So one thing I do know is that I want the pipes running along here. And then every so often I thought we could have something like this, like a pillar that we could use, like one of these big chunky things. And so like every so often along this hallway, there'd be this great big support thing coming down that the pipes would run through the bottom of. And then we could make this look cool. We could maybe change this to a different material. So I don't know. There's definitely possibilities. I mean, maybe it's better off as in gray. This is almost a blue. I don't, is that painted? You can't paint them. So why is that? It's almost like a purple. Anyway, I'm sure we can come up with something that would look cool in the end. Oh, there's already a wall there. Yeah, I'm sure we can come up with something. You were looking for a more Cybertron feel. The water extractor is hidden in the wall like that, just sort of fan shows, showing meets that belief. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, I like just showing the spinner. There's lots of circles. Like if we're looking at like Cybertron architecture and things like that, there's lots of different circles and different, I guess, what I'm looking for, design language. Like some of this is fan art, which is not what I'm going for. But like look at all the circles, like he's got shoulder circles and there's all kinds of circles in the actual designs. I think it's really cool. Which makes sense. I mean, if you're dealing with a robot race that's like mathematically superior, then there's reason for circles, right? Not that Decepticons and Megatron have many circles on them, but we'll see. We'll see. So the next steps, I guess, are to hook up. I wanted to get some of the smokeless powder, and I can do that by utilizing some stuff over here. Before we unhook our crude oil, I want to try to get a few extra bits of it, and this can be made while we do other things here. So right now, this is bringing in crude oil and making plastic. But refineries in general can also make... Let's grab one of these guys. One of the ones from the end that is no longer doing anything. So it's making fuel. So we can make... Smokeless powder requires heavy oil residue. And the easiest way to make heavy oil residue is to just straight up make it. So this has a polymer resin output, but this is going to be cycled around. So I could technically unhook these two. This could make heavy oil residue. Or this could, yeah, so let's do that. Let's change this recipe. We'll have to unhook the pipe first. And we'll have to flush the segment. You can't mix fluids in pipes. Crude oil in. Please make heavy oil residue. Thank you very much. Your export out is going to need to be removed from there. Oh, wait a minute. Darn it, that's a lie. Oh, it's still going. Okay, good. So this is going to make... Why are you not going? It's a merger. Alright, so that should be working. Now this, what we're going to do is we're going to bring this around to here. And we're going to cut this. Actually, you know what? We're going to make that lower. So we'll bring this around to here. This can come down to here. And then this will get changed to smokeless powder. We will remove this and hook these two together. And then this just needs a manual input from over here. And we'll have to do a bin and have some black powder in there. so we'll do a storage bin over here. Which way is this going? Going in. Alright, so that needs black powder. And then the export will come out here. And what we'll do is just stick that over here. And I just need one of these. So now all you need is just some black powder. You get a strange sense that you've done this recently, but you're not sure why? A couple weeks ago we were messing around in the same area. Pretty sure I brought some black powder. It might be back at the base. But I thought I put some in one of these trains. Maybe I moved it. I would say I moved it. Okay, well, road trip. The belt is beautiful. Thanks, yeah. I just want some of the smokeless powder so we can start unlocking things in the MAM. Cosmic, if it's not too much trouble, or anybody in chat that might be familiar with Satisfactory, if you wouldn't mind looking up on the Satisfactory Q&A site if there's been any mention of inconsistent gamma settings. You looking in those trains so quickly is like when people look in their chests really fast in Minecraft? Sorry. I was specifically looking for the black powder. Oh, Sandy, you just checked it. Thank you. We'll search light for gamma. Gaming gave me nothing. Yeah, I don't find it very easy. I could just make a... a clip of the intro to this stream would be fine. I could submit it. It might be the biome that we're gonna... Feels like we're back to being very bright over here now, right? Too many menus. Too many menus. We were down at 135 the other day. Like I found 2 was like way bright. There we go. Let's bring that much to check the recipe. Sulfur. 200. 300. So we need at least 300. So then if I click on this, and I click on this, 2, so I need 600 at least. I'd say that's probably a good number. And then the other thing I can do while I'm here is we needed something that needed... Is it mycelia? Yeah, 25 fabric and resin. I've got the resin. I don't know if I have the fabric. I do. Huzzah! Mycelia complete. So now we have synthetic polyester fabric. I guess that's a research thing. So if I look in the codex, fabric. So standard recipe. I like that they give you alternate recipes. Polymer resin and 100 water. So we can make tons of fabric now because we've got polymer resin all over the place. So we could easily change some of the refineries in the Megatron power plant to produce fabric, to produce anything that we can make out of polymer resin. So if I look at polymer resin, this is going to tell me recipes to get it, but it doesn't show me recipes I can use with it. That would be a Satisfactory wiki thing. So if we bring up the wiki, crafting, alternate recipes, usage crafting. So polyester fabric. So it only has 3 uses, but now we have all of these available to us. So mycelia research for synthetic fabric, tier 5 oil processing, and tier 5 oil processing. So now we can make these 3 things with polyester and polymer resin, and that means I'm sure we could find the math to get, because the water coming in is all roughly the same. So we could probably get some fabric going as well. What can we use fabric in? Crafting. Oops. Crafting. Yeah, that's a pain in the butt because you have to manually make biomass. You can't just, these things have to be collected from the world. This is automatic. So that's a better fabric recipe. And then recipes, gas mask, filters, and parachutes. So it's not really used in a lot, but having gas mask filters would be fun. So really all we would need is 1 refinery making fabric. Unless there's something else that fabric is used for. I'm actually surprised there's not more. I would have thought like some of the higher tier things like nuclear would have used some fabric somewhere. I guess there's the hazmat chute, but that's fine. Okay, cool. Works for radiation and gas. Nice. But that's not something we need a lot of. We need like 2 or 3, you know? Consensus seems to be folks are having issues with light this update. Okay. That's good to know. I'm glad it's just not me. If it's a known issue, then I'll try to not complain about it live on stream so much. I'm also having no updates visually in my Streamlabs OBS for my mic. So anybody in chat, let me know if I go quiet by chance. So now sulfur. So we've got to do hard drive. I don't know if did anybody see any hard drives in my chests? I haven't really been paying attention. Yeah, so we need a lot of black powder. Okay. So black powder is going back. While we're here, are there anything striking me as stuff we're low on? I think we're mostly good. And I'm not seeing anything too crazy. Don't need the fabric anymore. I also don't appear to have any hard drives just kicking around. Thanks, Cosmic. Much appreciated. I guess maybe we'll grab some concrete. A couple folks on the Steam community and Reddit saying the game is too bright. So we're actually having the opposite problem. Well, we've got lots of concrete now. Steel, that was the other thing that we were really low on. So I know technically this is just a few minutes early, but because we're at the top of the hour, it might be a decent time, especially because it's nighttime, to take my 5-minute break. So we're going to do the autopilot for this particular train. If you're new to the stream, I take a break once an hour. You get to ride the break train, and I will be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. So I sort of want to be able to turn on and off the headlights on trains. It's cool that they have them, but I kind of want to turn them on and off. Hey, look, cosmic rain! Sunshine rain in Satisfactory, as a matter of fact. Dark gray clouds and rain, and sunshine over the desert. That's weird. Somewhere there is a tower. Thought it was up here. I might have to rebuild it. Is it me or does the train look wet? That's kind of cool. So I guess the next thing we need to do, we'll dump the black powder in and then we'll go on and work on Megatron. Which one was the input? This one. So just going to double check that this is going to work. We're going to change, just so I remember what's going on. That's black powder, and this is now heavy oil residue. So we'll come back later, see when that's done. Is this really the fastest way to ground? Jumping around and flying? Yeah, of course. Ask Superman. Okay. So we have yet to hook up the 4 pipes here, I think. Oh no, I've got those sorted. So these are the 4 pipes this way. They're all hooked up to where they need to go. It's the crude oil that's not hooked up because we're using that for spare power. Okay. That's all hooked up. That's output. This is input. So then it must be the blenders? Yeah. Blenders are what we need to work on. I also need to have more accessible exits down here. You know, it's not hard to fly, just jump and forget how to land. You know, you're right. That's true. So these guys are all hooked up, but obviously they're not doing anything because they don't have any water. But they do have power. So I would say what I'd like to do is, I think we're going to try and hook the water up for these guys. So that would mean a 600 water line coming in there. On the inside, this guy right here. So we've got water, but it's not flowing. That's weird. Oh, it's probably just left over in the pipe. That's all it is. So it's this guy in the middle. Yeah, okay, it's just water left over in the pipe. Okay. So we will hook up this guy here. Hopefully this will line up. Oh, whoops, wrong. Weird that we're still getting this strange bug too, where we get the white thing. Now, I guess what I should do is design... I don't think I need all this space. I feel like a level... That's probably pretty good. I feel like we can probably do 2 of these. How do I not have any concrete? Oh, because I put it all in the train. Whoops. Never enough space. Well, I don't need the whole thing, I don't think. So before I jump down, you can sort of see what I was planning here with the painted lines. This was essentially... These 3 were meant to be... well, maybe I need to expand it rather than contract it. So I've got one thing here for the pipelines, but now I'm thinking I want a walkway here, like that. And then we'll have more pipes here, and that was like the light blue. Right, so then this becomes pathway. This is the light blue for like the water flow. And that would make this section there the next section of water. So originally I was going to compress it and put both water lines into one thing, like one area, but I kind of like what I did there in terms of the design. So we would just have like another one of these here. Question is that just too much, like am I just killing too much space, you know? Let's do this where it makes sense. Like, is that too wide? You think we'd be okay with like a single pathway? Moving this up? I feel like that looks a little bit cooler. So then we'd have like a pipe right here and a pipe right there. This is going to be water, so there's going to be probably empty space here. So it'll look like that. So that's what we would see. So you think it better closer? Like better with the one space in between rather than two? I'm really only adding like one or two foundations. One rather than two? Cool. So now the trick is going to be figuring out how to get this to be off center. Because I want this line to line up with the middle of that guy. That's going to be tough. I also need to bring some power over here. Just for flying around. Ooh, that's gonna be an issue. We might have to bump these down a bit. I think I'd rather have them start here. Do I have room out this way? I should. So let's start simple. There's that one there. And then I had... How many foundations is this? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. The 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well that's pretty easy actually. This is where these half foundations are really cool. You can put them in the back like that. And then when you grab the curved part, the half pipe, it actually ends up being flush here, which is nice. And then I've got 2 meter on top of that. Oh, that's weird. I didn't know that they had a symbol on the back of them. We'll leave that like that for now. That's strange, though. I used to hover a lot. It's easier to see how to place things when you're above things rather than on the same floor. Oh, I agree with that. 100%. Okay, so that's the middle there. I'm just going to put a beam on that just to be able to see the middle of it really clearly. And then I also want to get this sort of like positioned where it's, I guess, we could use the half foundations maybe? I wouldn't mind if this was just a little bit farther away. Although, that's not bad. If it's any closer, I don't think that's going to be a problem. I don't think closer would be bad. Basically what I was doing, I was trying to place them like right in the middle. But really what I want to do now is... Oh, so it actually snaps to that. That's interesting. But not to what I want it to snap to. See how good I was. See if I got it on the middle. I'd say that's pretty good. So this isn't going to be in the middle. But because we're covering it all up, it won't matter. And then we can have this be a pipe fitting thing. Like this. We will put this in the middle. Like that. That way there's room for pillars. Oh, I just realized that I don't know if this is where I want these to go. Like, do I even care if there's a hallway down here? I probably don't. This whole thing could be moved back. Gross. Well, this doesn't have to be here. This could be farther along. This could be farther along. So this wouldn't be here. This is a wall. Gotta remember that this is a wall. I don't know why I would need two platforms of space. I guess it all depends on how it feels to kind of come in here, right? Yeah, I don't think I'd want these any closer. I think that's fine. Love how you use the curved things to make... Oh yeah, like to just a way to get underneath. They're a little big. You could use those to have like smokestacks come through buildings and stuff. You could do really cool things with that. So yeah, I think I like that. we will have to change this part somehow. I think this is going to have to go back here. Oh, and then this is going to have to be here. And those are going to have to be lower, I guess. Because we'll have to bridge over them? Oh, that's annoying. I wanted to see those. So that's going to be lower here. Right, so all these will connect. Well, that won't be there. And then from here, we'll have to have a connection from here. Oh, autosave. The curved floors. Yeah, but it looks neat. I'm stealing the idea. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, so this probably won't be right here. They're going to be every so often. I feel like we can maybe put this on the backside. And maybe this is where we don't have any space. So like here, what we could do is, honestly, we could just remove these two. Put this back to back. And then start the next water spot right there. And that way we'd have a single connection for the power, I think. I still don't know how I'm going to do the power. Do you have an endpoint, not a thing that will be done? I don't know. I don't mean endpoint in mind for this build. Like, do you feel like it'd happily take a step back and say done? Yeah. I mean, I've got some. The only thing that this might expand, and there's some secondary movement. Like, I don't know what we're doing with the plastic and the rubber yet, but that could very simply just be being put on a train and being taken elsewhere, right? So that seems far away now. Especially if that is in between them, then we don't have to move around it, which means that that could absolutely move up to here. So this is going to be pipe network. Going up this way. And yep, bring that over to here. How many are there? There are 120 times 20. And my math says 2,400, 4,800. 4,800. Okay. So we've got one facing in, and then back to back over this way. That beam thing worked out pretty well. So all I did was line up the center of the... Well, actually, I might be able to snap this to the thing behind it. No, it's snapping the pipe. So all I did was land, so I'm stable. And then maybe I could do this. So it's clipping and catching on. So all I did was wait until it turned blue. Problem is looking up. You can't. You move the thing. Oh, it's not going to turn blue because this was clipping through it. Right. It is a water extractor unicorn. Actually, I don't mind that there. We might leave them or decorate them with that eventually. But I think that creates a nice pattern we can follow. We can remove these. No. Here. Wait a minute, I wanted to build that closer, didn't I? Crap. Whoops. Throw some rainbows on it, it'll be great. Nice. Perfect. You could make some loud designs in this game if you really wanted to. You could really... Ah, see, if we put the pillar here, though, then these stop being like individual pillars. They start being like... Well, I guess we could turn this into something. Well, that's annoying. I want this to be on this side. I guess you have to do a half foundation first. I don't know if they're going to go all the way up to the ceiling, but we could do that. Oh, that doesn't work either. I guess this has to be super thick. I guess we could try and create a different shape out of this. To figure that out, maybe we can use one of the walls. Just checking you're keeping the rainbow? Probably not. That would be kind of a fun, like, specific stream to do, though. I don't like coating things in walls. I would much prefer to leave some of the concrete showing. Because this could all be, like, super shiny if we really wanted it to be. I mean, it is a wet area. And I think the reflections on the water off of things like the... Nope, not that. Coated concrete would be great, right? But then we can't do the triangle thing. It just looks like we don't have... I guess I could do like a sloped... That's okay. But like the darkest we could make it is like that's black. Like it doesn't get very dark at all. Unless we switch it over to the other material. I guess we could maybe make it look like it's strapped to it somehow. It's not terrible. Not terrible. So the idea would be that this would be lower. Yeah, that's wrong. The water's going to travel along here. And then this would actually be repositioned a lot closer. For the first one? And was this line up? Okay, so that's going to be in the same spot. Okay. So my original plan was right. I do find that you end up second guessing yourself a lot in this game. What I should do is have something like this. Pretty good. It's just going to take an eon to place all of these. So the plan here was to have this closed up. So we do that. And then this would be the second pipe. I don't think it has to be dark. We could make it dark. Have the whole top part be a specific color. Oh, no, please put the Gittle Black. I would like to stop. Menu, stop it. They lock you into menus and it does drive me crazy. Oh, that doesn't look the best, does it? Because the pipe goes halfway through it. I guess we could change the bottom one too. I wish there was a way to bring up the materials menu on its own. I'm not in love with that as I thought I would be. It is an odd song. I can skip it if you want. So this has to go. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 is here. Sad cosmic noises. I know, I know. Do people like these big towers, or do they find them boring? Not even one area? I'm not sure what you mean, mini packs. Sorry, I might have missed the earlier context. I wonder if there would be an even easier way to do this. I guess we're always... The problem is not being able to know where it stops. I wish there was a way to tilt down without moving your mouse, because that would be ideal. See, that's off, and that would bug me. So I don't know what happened there. So it won't line up. They'll snap that way. So annoying. And of course the floaty nature of going back and forth with this silly hover pack. What if I looked up from below? No, that doesn't work either. So what should be very quick is actually I'm making a lot of work for myself. So that's what that's going to look like. I just have to do 5 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then last one over here. Me make a lot of work for myself? Never! I feel like I'm just using a lot of these big square foundations, but they kind of give like that brutalist feel that Minipax was talking about, right? The building may not be this tall. We may end up having the ceiling be a little bit lower. So I'd put all this stuff in first, but of course the fuel gen or the water extractors will snap to the pipes, right? So like if I put this here, when I do this, this will want to snap. Weirdly, it doesn't stay. And it doesn't snap. It sees that horizontal line, but it won't stay there. It just kind of like indicates they've done something. So yeah, I do wish there was a better way to line things up in the game. Like an invisible guide or something. Or a guide that would be like a hologram guide. I mean, they give you these things, but then it snaps to the wrong places. Or I guess the right places, if depending on what you're doing from a design perspective. That's going to annoy me. There's got to be a better way to do this. Close enough. What would be... I wonder if there's a way to use maybe... So right along that edge there... That doesn't work either. I never thought these could just be empty. And this could go straight down to the ground. That's a cool look. And I wonder... So I can't be in the water, but can I place it from up here? Autosave in the water. Fantastic. So it'd be really tricky to get it to position the right way. Because you can't see what you're doing. Can't really see it. I don't know if that would be worth it. Doesn't really show up. Oh well, worth a try. We could always do just something like a sign. Oh, you can't place them on those. What if I put them on one of these? Tricky part would be reaching it. Yeah, I can't reach it. Oh well. More break time. Thanks, Cosmic. I just had a thought. What would these look like if they were round? Because if they're not going to be attached to anything down below... I don't mind them, but then the transition up here is hard. Unless we did these suckers. We might have to go, so we'd still get the same profile following the curvature of the water extractor. But then I don't know what I would do on top of this, because we don't have outside corners big enough for that. Unless we did something where we used a pillar. Architecture. Thought you could attach these sideways. There we go. Oh, come on. Snap to the... There are definitely points in this game where I feel like they should be able to do a lot better with the snapping. I mean, I know there's a snapping bug right now, but like I just want this to snap to the pillar on the side. Like, why are you snapping to the ends all the time? I clearly want to snap to the side of you. I know it can be done. I've seen it done. I wonder if it's the problem. No, freeform is not what I want. If I rotate it? No. Oh, I think I know what I have to do. Have to do pillars first. Oh, God. Why is it always water in games? Minecraft and Elytra in water are the same frustrating, floaty, bouncy, terrible mechanic. So then we could grab the metal pillars and put them oh, no. Come on. This goes up. Of course, that went too far back. Go back to this again. So I'd have to come out a little bit farther, I guess, for that one. But you could sort of see how we could potentially transition from round to heavy. If we put like a cool I don't know, maybe it just gets a little bit too complicated. Morgantic, hello. Good to see you again. Hope you're having a good day. We are smashing our heads against the walls. Quite literally. Trying to decide between round and different kinds of pillars. The other thing we could do would be just take, could probably just do pillars around the outside. Yes, I do need to take a break. You're right, Cosmic. Thank you. That doesn't really work either. Anyway, as Cosmic is suggesting gently, time for a break. And I would very much like to stop using this hover pack. Shoop. Ad's date diary today was right. Fair. Fair, fair. So I do have a little bit more time, so we can keep on going. I do need to take a short break, though, to give my drink refreshed and all that kind of good stuff. So we're going to turn on auto drive. Enjoy the break train. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. All right. So I think what we'll try to do is we'll try to get one more or two more water extractors in. And I'm not going to worry about the decorating. I'm going to try to get the logistics hooked up. And we'll start to kind of move on to get more power generators up and running. Because after that, I think I'm confident to start hooking up the trains and do a lot more worldly stuff. Yeah, like that all seems very dark for broad daylight, right? I feel like anytime something is just the underside of something, it's just completely dark. There's no in between. Yeah, you can't make out anything, right? Even with the headlamp on, you can't see. I mean, I've got lights over there, so you can kind of see what's going on in there, but... Alright, 2 more of these annoying things to place, then we should be good. And unfortunately, I have to use... the hover pack. Actually, I say that, I wonder. Now, why are you snapping at all? Oh no, it's not. It's too close. Yeah, it's pitch black dark, right? Like it's too... It doesn't make a lot of sense. So now it's snapping to all kinds of things. I don't know what it's snapping to. Why is it snapping in the water when it didn't before? Maybe it's this stuff? Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. No. Sorry, this is painfully slow. I don't know whether that was easier or harder. Feel free to correct me if my explanation on the keystones as the sub-badges are wrong. They were done a while ago. They are known as keystones as the months go up through the things like air keystone badge, space keystone badge, and the keystones represent the community coming together and building keystone to keep the stream community going. Yeah, that's roughly what it is. The keystone also has it's like a cosmic thing. It kind of fills in with sci-fi. Keystones are kind of like a cool fantasy tie-in, so it's kind of like a little bit of sci-fi and fantasy and all that stuff all rolled into one. Let's change things up music-wise. Right, so I had to delete these first. That goes there, that goes there. Now, I guess here... that. So that's the basics. I don't know where we're going to put the power. The idea was to have some sort of casing like this, but that would then defeat the purpose of these freestanding pillars behind them. We should maybe have that written down somewhere. Context all the sub badges. Yeah, panel end of the stream would be a good idea. So I do like the idea of these things going down in the water, but it's not going to matter if you can't see it. So yeah, that looks cool. But I do like hiding most of that stuff too. Oh. Oh yeah, okay. Wait a minute, why are they so far away? Oh, come on. If I can't get out of here, how did I get in here? Same distance. Oh, I had those closer. I had them over the top. I do sort of like the look of that, you know. Autosave. I like this music a lot better. So there'll be pipes coming down through there, specifically in these two positions. Not that you can really see them, which is annoying. Maybe that's what we need to do. I guess they could always be over to the side, and then we could scoot them over as we get closer. So what do we like? Do we like the encased look of this? Does reduce the height of the pillars quite a bit. I mean, we could bring these in closer too. That's a thing we can still do. Yeah, I think I like that better, the closer. The left-hand side. think it's better than the free-forming stuff there. What do we think, chat? So that means we would need to remove this. Yeah, the smokestack thing is... Apart from the smokes... Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with that. I just... They've got such strange designs for factories in this game. The fact that the power couplings are all, like, off-center is really frustrating. But what we could do... Like, this is hollow, so, like, we could easily have this be lower... I mean, that's unfortunately one of the better power solutions. We might be able to... I might be able to put these on slant... No, I can't put them on slanted. There must be something that I could use that would look good. I mean, I could maybe place a power pole on this thing. It would work if I could get it to clip somewhere, but I can't. So, next best option would be trying to find something that's small enough. And that's not going to go at the right angle. I mean, alternatively, we could just connect it to this. That looks kind of dumb. And we can't connect this one to the same because it's going to be in a different position. Hey, you made it to the Discord. Fantastic. Good stuff. Do we glass all the way? No. I want this to be on an angle, I think. To think about that. All right, so power. How do we do the power? So we could string the power along that way. That could be one way to do it. At least for now. I need to watch more creators that don't do like edited videos, but do like streams and really kind of show off like how they hide their power stuff. I think people just kind of make fields of water generators and forget about them. They don't ever try to design around them. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody try to design stuff around water generators. All right, so that means the power is all coming through in this area here. Right? Yeah, you would go to this position. So then we'd have to have a creative way to get the power along, but then here we could have the power to be just about anywhere. So we could very easily have the power coming down like under the floor, somewhere central, like we've got this stuff going on here, right? So what are you connected to, Mr. Power? The big one. Currently hovering between 4, 5, and 15,000. That could easily be brought along this way. Everybody's lit up green. You're all producing 120. This is going to start to fill up with water. Now all I have to do is hook this up to the right pipe. And we'll have to go through this one temporarily. And do I want it to be here? I mean, I can always move this later. It's no big deal. Nope, I was wrong. Backtrack. I think this pipe is the right one. I think I've hooked up the output of the water extractors to the wrong one. Yes. So middle pipe. Middle pipe. Yeah, I hooked it up to the wrong one. So that goes to there. So this should all eventually fill up, and this will go to here, go up these two pipes, and connect to the first floor of blenders in here. So all 300 there is coming into this floor and the next floor up. We don't have a pump there though. Bugs me that I can't line these up right. Oh, did I spin that the wrong way? Spun that the wrong way. Did I do it again? Where's the power thing? There it is there. Facing the wrong way. Too sharp. What are you talking about, too sharp? It just worked before. I do find the inconsistencies very frustrating. And that doesn't look the best. We may have to try to find a different solution to hide those pumps. I might not want to keep them there. They look like robots with their hands in their pockets. That's kind of funny. So the pipe is full. Does the next floor have power? Yep, should. Ah, does not have pipage though. That's a not good. That's a not good at all. I feel like I did this differently before. Not sure how though. Thank you, Cosmic. Appreciate that. Yep, we're just about ready, I think. Hearing water flow is a good sign. So that's all going in. We have the output. Good stuff. Looks like we're coming in at a decent rate. Is this a piano track? It is a piano track. This is, I think this is the Fix It tape. Yeah, Absolute Fix It. Song 4. Fancy title. So this course is going to be super strong because we're not, this other pipe. Oh no, that is the top floor. Alright, well that's a good sign. That means that the pumps are working. Is this one also producing? 0. Idle. Does this not have output? It has output. Oh, you know what? I bet you there's no pump here, yeah. So can't get past that. That's fine. We can do that easy enough. So we will do pump here. And that takes care of this. Again, with the asymmetrical design, I really would prefer them to have a slightly better way of doing this. I wish they had more of the music from the trailer in Satisfactory. This was one of them. I don't think this was the first one. It was the first or second trailer. So that's fixing that problem. I have a new problem. I can't get out. So this should be emptying as fast as it can produce. This will continue until the pipe fills up, but I'll go upstairs and check that now. Oh no, I hooked up the pipes. Okay. So the question is, these don't have power. I guess I could just pull that from here, couldn't I? I'm trying to bring power down in all four corners as best I can. So they're right there. It's usually just something you want to do to make things as clear as you can. That's weird. I've never seen that happen before. Cool. Okay. That should be good. Oh. This isn't hooked up here. Yeah, this is basically like the in-game soundtrack on cassette, which I guess is cool because it means if you want to listen to music but Satisfactory keeps on stopping playing the music, then at least you could use the boombox to just continuously play. All right, so this should be going up. I don't know if I hooked up the right one. got power. There are machines. Are you hooked up? You are not hooked up. Okay. There we go. Okay. Ah, the machines are not hooked up. That's fine. I just wanted to have some sort of flow. Power's on. And that should bring this to just something a little bit over 1500. Yeah, 5150. Should be 53. They were all, if they all came on, it should be 15.3. Yeah. Okay, cool. Functioning. Doing the thing. So that means that we've got half of these two floors. So if I back out here, the left half of this floor and the left half of that floor are now producing. We need more water. We need water coming up in these pipes here to do that one. But that we'll have to hook up more of those water extractors, and that's going to take a while. I did do something last night that I'm not sure if I like. I added like little lights along here. They're a lot bigger than I thought they'd be. The other thing we could try, which could be cool, is just using a belt. I think these ones look the coolest. The trick is with the belts, they sometimes don't render in from far away. You should be able to go down a lot faster. I think I like the white lights. I don't know. We have options. We have options. Anyway, that's the plan for the water extractors, is to have this kind of cool monolithic kind of area that has these extractors on it. I don't think I'm going to do anything too much with lights. If we do anything with lights, we might end up putting them across the ceiling and shining lights down onto each extractor. That could be kind of cool. I'm not sure how that would work. I haven't really thought too much about lighting. We definitely have space in the ceiling for it, though. And maybe it's not even in the ceiling. Maybe there's just this thing that hangs from the ceiling and does the lights that way, right? But that could look cool. Now imagine if I put in a colored thing up here. I'm at 3 hours. Imagine that. Me go overtime on Satisfactory. Who knew? Welcome to the blue water factory. Colored lights make all the difference. I'm as shocked as you are. Lies. Lies. Oh, there's one of the new planets. Cool. Yeah, I think that could be a cool look. We might do something like that. Might try to find a way to hide those, but that's kind of cool. And like I said, lots of room for the wiring in the ceiling, so it could be completely different. But anyway, I got that done, and then we've got the pipe logistics under here sorted out and looking very tidy, which I quite like. It just makes it easier to follow things around. And because it's all under the thing here, I could go with like several different shades of blue just to kind of keep it all straight. But blue for water seemed to make the most sense. Why are you not powered? We'll have to see. We'll come back to that. Hang out for the entirety of both streams. That's great, Cosmic. Yeah, I appreciate that. Really appreciate that. It's been a pretty chill day. Can't complain. Can't complain. Hopefully there'll be some patches for Satisfactory in the coming weeks. Because the graphics and stuff are feeling a little bit dark. But we've got a fair amount done and planned out here. It's just a matter of executing. And I think the next time that we stream, we should be able to get the other blenders hooked up. I might do some of the tedious water placement between streams. And then once the blenders are going, it's a matter of being able to hook up additional floors, wings, I guess, of this facility. And yeah, I didn't check the power, but I'm seeing all green lights on the distance there, so we should be good. We should be good. Some fluctuations, but not nearly as many as we had before. The true test will be when we've got when we go up and see which of the techniques is working the most. So anyway, if you've enjoyed this, please leave a follow before you take off. The plan tomorrow is to come back at 1 o'clock Atlantic time for Minecraft. That's what I do every Saturday and Sunday. There is a hurricane. Hurricane Fiona is coming through Nova Scotia right now. And there's a chance that I might not have power tomorrow morning. So watch the Discord and watch Twitter for when that will happen. I will make it up sometime if I do not get to it. You can also listen to podcasts for free on your favorite podcast app. The Citadel Cafe and the Spawn Chunks are the two podcasts that I host and produce with co-hosts and friends. You can also check out Patreon. There is a Minecraft server filled with like-minded nerds like yourself, all having a good time in Minecraft. That is over at Joel Duggan on Patreon. And don't forget Joel Duggan on Twitter and Instagram as well. I will see y'all next time, folks. Have a fantastic evening. We're going to try to pass you on to somebody else playing Satisfactory. Barring that, I will pass you on to somebody playing Minecraft or a similar vibe game. Have a fantastic Friday. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.